Another voice has been added to the chorus of those saying there's going to be a recession. That's Canada's National Housing Agency.
Yeah, it's one of those drum beats that we're probably going to be continuing to hear about, Marcia, going forward for quite a while. The CMHC chief economist writing in a blog post modeling the outlook for the Canadian economy for the rest of the year and into 2023, and essentially saying if the Bank of Canada does raise its interest rate to as high as 3.5%, which is what most economists do expect to happen by the end of 2022. He does see a recession happening, which is defined as 2 straight quarters of negative economic growth. He also sees home prices here in Canada falling by about 5%, sales of which would also fall by about 34% as well. But if the Bank of Canada only raises its interest rate to about 2.5%, Marcia, he doesn't necessarily think we're going to enter a recession. Growth will slow down, but it won't hit that technical recession definition there. Home prices will still fall by about 3%. Sales will be down by nearly 30% as well. So the housing market will still get hit, but we won't necessarily enter a recession if the cooler heads prevail, specifically at the Bank of Canada.
Okay, finally, some cautious comments from the head of the International Energy Agency.
Yeah, these are comments that I think are also helping to drive the price of oil down quite significantly, although renewed COVID concerns in China are helping push that down on a more acute basis. But the head of the International Energy Agency, Fatih Birol, basically says that we haven't seen the worst of the global energy crisis yet. He thinks more is to come, primarily on how countries adopt energy policies, primarily in reaction to high prices in terms of gas tanks, heating homes, as well as powering industries around the world. What's really interesting, I think, in this particular discussion is the impact that it could have in Europe towards this winter if energy prices continue to be sensitive to developments between the war in Ukraine with Russia, which is obviously driving energy prices higher. The silver lining here, however, Marcia, is typically when we see a rush to change economic energy policies that we saw similarly in the 1970s. This could actually help drive a cleaner energy future even faster than previously thought of. So there might be some pain, but in the long-term gain, we could actually have a greener future ahead of us.
All right, BNN Bloomberg's David George-Cosh, thank you so much for that update.